What is up, y'all? It is your girl, Brand New, and I'm back in the building for a brief discussion recap of Insecure. This is the season finale. So let's just get into it. Basically, I loved how they shot the scenes for the season finale. I liked how they started out with Lawrence, then they went to Molly for her 30 days, and they went to Issa. I love how that was shot to kind of give everybody's perspective. Mainly what went on in this episode was with Lawrence. He finds out that Aparna slept with a co-worker of theirs. You know, she's always laughing at his jokes, and it really meant nothing to her, but it's really bothering Lawrence. So that's kind of going to be an issue for them moving forward. And then he gets a call from Issa while he's having an argument with Aparna. And then she walks out the car because she's just like, damn, you know. I think she was thinking in her head, like, you still dealing with your ex, but here you are coming at me for what has already happened between me and this coworker. I'm not even interested in him. It meant nothing to me. So, I don't know, you guys. Do I care for Aparna? I've been calling the bitch apartment. I don't care for her because I want Issa and Lawrence to get back together. To me, they have way more chemistry than her and Daniel. I think that Daniel is somebody that she came up with and he understands her. But just because you come up with somebody and they have an understanding with you, that doesn't mean that it can take off in a romantic way. If you pay attention, she was in a actual relationship with Lawrence and wanted to stay with Lawrence after she cheated. She felt bad, you know, so people keep acting like Daniel is competition for Lawrence, and I don't think he is. I look at him like we have side chicks. I think he is like the side dude. Fine ass side dude at that, but you know what I'm saying. He's just not boyfriend material for Issa for some reason. I don't know. Maybe we'll see them actually be in a committed relationship season 3. I don't know. But anyways, that's what happens pretty much with him. And then he had let his friends know about it. He let his friends know that Aparna used to sleep with one of their co-workers. And the guys, they were just like, oh, well, why? Don't be letting your woman have no friend. You know, that's just a male friend. It's just a man around with extra dick. You don't need that. I thought that shit was so funny. So that's what happened with him. Okay, so let's get to Molly. Molly receives a reward. An award, I should say. She receives an award from the firm, and she's not happy with that. She wanted more money. She wanted more recognition from them, and they were on their white supremacy, you know, on that white supremacist shit of not giving her what she wanted. Molly kept saying how she works hard and how, you know, she has to, I don't know, she's just struggling with the fact that she wants recognition from these white people. And it's just like, Molly, you need to go where you are celebrated, honey, not tolerated. You know, just go where you need to be. And then she's kind of thinking about, well, should I stay with the whites? You know, and when you're around white people, you know, you got to make them feel comfortable with you. They can't feel threatened by you. If I stay with the blacks, you know, they get way too comfortable with you, asking you to go to church with them. And Kelly was saying all types of shit. And Kelly was right on point when her and Molly and Issa were talking. Because there is a distinction when you are working with white people and when you're working with black people. So Molly needs to leave those white people alone. Go be where you are celebrated at and leave it alone. She ends up sleeping with the co-worker. I believe his motherfucking name, the preacher-looking guy, Quentin. I don't really know his name, but she sleeps with him, and I just felt like it was a pity fuck. It was like she could tell he liked her, and she just gave him some just to shut him up. It was one of them kind of fucks. Anyway, she ends up, honey, after hanging out with Issa, she ends up sleeping with Dro again. She comes to the door in lingerie, and there's Dro at the door. I knew that was not the motherfucking end of Dro. I already knew it, y'all. I knew it. Molly loves that light-skinned dick. She loves it. I told you guys, I like her with Dro, but I want Dro to divorce his wife and just be in a committed relationship with Molly. You know, because obviously your ass can't leave her alone, Dro, so you might as well commit to the woman. But then again, you guys, Dro may feel like, you know what? I got my wife over here. I got Molly whenever I want. I don't have to commit to Molly. So Molly needs to give him the ultimatum on that and move the fuck forward. Don't sit up here being nobody's side piece, because they'll think they can pull you out whenever the fuck they want. And you don't want that. Okay, so that was pretty much what happened with Molly. Next, with Issa. Issa is coming to the realization that she has to move. She has a garage sale to sell extra things so she can get some extra money. And I thought the one part was funny when the gang member guy said, how much is that Brock pot? That shit was so motherfucking funny. And he says, he was like, I got $5 in an EBT car. And she was like, no. And then her brother was like, sold. That was funny as shit. And then Issa said something to his daughter. I forgot what the fuck she said. Not I'm going to pray for you or something like that. Because she feels sorry for the little girl she got to be with that crazy ass father of hers. So, just that gang dude guy, he is so motherfucking funny, y'all. Oh my God, happy motherfucking week. Okay, so that's pretty much what's going on with Issa. At work, they end up giving Frida a promotion because the boss finds out that they've been having these segregated tutoring sessions, you know, so that, because remember the principal wasn't letting the Latino students join in, so they began doing the We Got Y'all tutoring sessions, I guess, on the weekends for, you know, more of the Latino youth. And the boss found out about that. Issa admitted to everything, and she was just like, oh, well, I'm not going to be able to have you out in the field. And I just felt like she overreacted, because I feel like Issa was wrong, but Issa admitted that she was wrong. I feel like Frida is not all that innocent. It's something about Frida, you guys, I don't know about y'all, but I don't fucking like. I feel like Frida could have spoken up and went over Issa's head and told the boss what was going on, for everything to be all on Issa, and Frida was right motherfucking there. To me, she was just as wrong as Issa was, because bitch, you chose to keep quiet too. I don't really like Frida like that, you guys. And no, I wasn't happy. I was like the rest of those motherfucking people in there. I was not clapping when she got her motherfucking promotion, because I didn't care. And it was some haters up in that room, though. They didn't want Frida to get that. It was like, she gets it, you know. So that's what's going on with that. And you could tell Issa is feeling very down on herself. You know, they raising the rent. Lawrence hasn't come back yet. She got the shit with Daniel. Now this shit at work. You know, her life is falling apart. She's feeling depressed. And I really felt bad for Issa. I swear I do, y'all. It just, I don't like to see my girl in shambles. Anyways, let's get to, Issa's gonna be moving in with her brother, and she has to do a walkthrough at the apartment, so she ends up going in, and Lawrence is there, and they end up talking, and when I tell you, they piss me the fuck off, because I like that they both got out how they felt, how, you know, they wasn't what each other expected, and they should have been more there for each other. And Issa apologized, you know, for expecting more out of him than herself. And, you know, she said she still loves him. He said he still loves her. It's like, why the fuck they can't get back together? But they won't give us that, y'all. They want us to stay tuned to season 3. And I bet y'all they get back together. I'll be so happy when my couple... They remind me of a lot of Melanie and Derwin, where they just mesh. They just fit with each other, you know? So... They are our Melanie and Derwin, our chocolate version of Melanie and Derwin. So anyways, Lawrence ends up crying. She's crying. He apologized, that he, wasn't the best boyfriend at times. And he had certain expectations that he didn't live up to. And I'm proud of Lawrence, though. I feel like he's getting his shit together. So it's like, now that you're getting your shit together, then why y'all can't get back together? But it was so funny. He was like, I feel like I'm fucking everything up. And Issa was like, well, you're in the right place. And he sure is. Because you motherfuckers deserve each other. Y'all both know how to fuck up new relationships. Because Lawrence, you are moving way too fast with apartment, honey. Way too fast. Moving way too fast with apartment. Yes, y'all, I called a bitch apartment. Don't like her. She alright, she cute, but she ain't Issa. I need my Issa and my Lawrence together. Because that's just how I see them. I see them together. But yeah, they had showed a scene where Lawrence is walking out the room. Walking out the door, I should say, and he says bye to Issa, and then he actually gets down on one knee and asks her to marry him, and then it shows them how they're laid out on the couch. They just got married, then she's pregnant, then they're bringing the baby in, and I was just here for all of that shit. And this is how I know Issa is in love with Lawrence, because she never has these types of daydreams with Daniel. It's all about sex. So I wish these two, season 3, they come back and they get back together and they get married and have a baby, and we get into more grown-up situations. Because one thing I'm starting not to like about this show, don't get me wrong, y'all, I fucking love this show, but it's becoming like just sex here and sex there. I want to see some meaningful relationships. I love the sex here and sex there. You gave me the Ratchet season 2. Now let's do the grown-up season 3. Let these relationships that they are in blossom, grow. Like, I want everybody to be in a healthier relationship. Molly, I'm talking to your ass too. I hope Dro leaves his wife for you. Like, I want to see more committed relationships, you guys. But yeah, that was pretty much it. She snapped out of that. Out of her daydream, and Lawrence says bye, and he goes his way, and you could tell she's sad. And then she gets called from her brother, talking about, bitch, you ran out of time. So she go on, and they show her and Molly together. They are wearing some, I don't know what Moroccan type of clothes, don't fucking know, y'all. They was dressed up like that and acting like they're out of town, and So Issa was really in good spirits, and I was happy for her. She had a good time with her best friend. They drank, they laughed. They had their little girl time, and then the next thing you know, they show her getting into her lift, and she's heading somewhere, and that fine-ass, chocolate-ass Daniel is at the door. And she was like, I'm sleeping on the couch. And she goes in, episode goes off. So that's where we are at. And I'm really going to miss this show. Really like this show. It's so much better than all this trashy ass reality TV. Y'all know I love reality TV. Like mainly Housewives and Black Ink Crew New York. But we need more shows like this. So if anybody is a writer or creator, please get out there and do what Issa did. Start on YouTube. Like, come on, let's create our own shit, because this show is really dope, and it is very educational. It is very relatable. That's why everybody likes it. And another thing I notice is a lot of men are into this show. Men don't really talk about shows like this. They talk about sports, but these men, they go hard on social media. I know I'm in a few insecure groups, so I really love the dialogue that I have with other people from other cities and states and, on this show. So I can't wait for this show to come back. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. It is your girl, Brand New, and I'll check y'all later.